It's the scissor switch. This is geese. Geese. Right. One more time. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk, and today I will be giving you my thoughts on my iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. This is my 3-month review, so I have been using this every day solid now for just over 3 months, and just want to give you my thoughts and experiences I've had with this. So yeah, so let's get into it. So ever since the change to iPad OS from just bog standard iOS, it has really changed the way we use iPads on a day-to-day basis. Now, keyboards themselves are not a new thing with iPads. There's been many a Bluetooth accessory and keyboard for the iPad. However, with the switch to iPad OS and the mouse support, it has totally changed the way we use iPads on a daily basis. The typing experience for me is hands down the best I've used. I've used a lot of keyboards over the years, albeit desktops, laptops, tablets. I've used a lot of different keyboards. This is by far one of the best typing experiences. These scissor switch keys have been adapted from the latest MacBooks, and they are phenomenal. They really are. And also, if you like to work in low light, keys are backlit as well. So it just makes an overall great experience. The trackpad as well on this keyboard is phenomenal. It really is. Having used Surface Pros with the keyboard and trackpad combination, I really expected it to work in a similar way, and if I'm being honest, it's better. The trackpad on this is so good that you can click anywhere on this trackpad and it will register with no problems whatsoever. Personally, I know there's a lot of people out there which maybe don't like the click and like the tap to click. I'm not one of those people. I like a click, so and the click works well for me. The cursor on iPad OS, if I'm being honest, it could be better, but that's something I feel as the OS develops will improve in further updates. To be honest, it works well for now, but it could be better in certain aspects of it, and that's something I feel it will get improved with software. But otherwise, overall, it's great. So the viewing angle, I'll be honest, I've had no issues with the viewing angle. That's typically, when I'm at a desk, that's typically where I have it sitting, and it works really well for me. If I ever use it on my lap, that's perfect. So I've never had really any issues with the viewing angle whatsoever. It's pretty easy to sit with it on your lap as well because of the flat base, so it's pretty good. USB pass-through built into the case is one of the best features of this case. The fact that I can plug in directly and charge the iPad, which then leaves this USB-C port free for card readers, outputs to a screen. It's so useful, and I personally find it works well for me. A lot of people say they wish they had it on both sides, but for me, it works well for me on the left. And the iPad charges to this dock connector here as well, which is on the iPad. So it's great. Pros, form factor is great. I mean, that is a very neat little package. Now, granted, the case itself is quite heavy. It's about the same weight as the tablet itself, which makes it weighty. But for me, I like that. I like knowing that I've got something solid and I have something that's going to protect the tablet. When it's closed. So for me, I really like the form factor of it. It looks great. The floating design. Is there anything close to this that looks good? I don't think so. It's top marks for design there. The cons, and yeah, I have a few here. The finish on this, the silicone finish, it's a magnet for everything that we hate. fingerprints, dust. This is so hard to keep clean. I'm definitely considering a skin for it, simply because, you know, even now, I'm not sure how much the camera will pick that up, but even on the surface here, the slightest little bit of dust or anything on the surface, and it'll stick to it, you know. So I am considering a skin. So yeah, watch this space. Let me know down below. Has anybody had this issue themselves? Do they find it's hard to keep it clean? Do you pick up all the dust and bits and pieces? Let me know down below. Function keys is something I feel that they should have included. Alongside, when I was using this frequently, I happened to compare this to my keyboard of my Mac Mini, which is also a wireless Magic Keyboard, and when you have them up alongside, it looks virtually the same size. You know, the keys all seem to be positioned in the same space, and if you look here at my viewing angle, you could easily get a row of function keys in there. So it's something I feel that could have been included. It's not a deal breaker for me, if I'm being honest, but it's something that I feel could have been there. But a lot of people I know a lot of people online have said that, you know, when they have it fully back, they would struggle to hit anything in there with the tab on the bottom of the tablet, you know. So I get it, but for me, I feel that they could have had them in there. So that's just my opinion. My biggest peeve is I hate the sides of the tablet being exposed. I'm heart scared of dropping this and there being a massive ding put into the sides of the tablet, simply because I just feel that they're exposed too much for my liking. But you can't have it all, and you know, maybe there'll be a solution out there to maybe fix that. Who knows? But for me, that's sort of a con for me, because these things happen. You know, my final con would be the price. This is an expensive accessory. My iPad is the 12.9 inch, so this keyboard itself is $349. That's an expensive accessory. It really is, and it can be hard to justify. Now, I not only use my iPad for editing, but I also use it on a daily basis for work. I work in IT, so it provides many a function for me. So that is sort of how I justify it. But I would recommend, if you can pick this up on a sale, or if you can pick a good one up second hand, it's definitely one of the best things you'll buy for your iPad. That's all honesty there. That's my thoughts on the Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro. Do you have one? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your experiences. Have you had any of the issues that I've had? Not that I've had any, if I'm being truthfully honest. It's holding up very, very well for me. Apart from, I probably just need to clean it again, which is a never-ending thing for me. So I definitely think I'm going to invest in a skin. So yeah, keep an eye on my social media to see if I pull the trigger on that one. So yeah, I definitely think a skin would make it a wee bit easier to cope with, because I must clean this thing 2 or 3 times a day. So, but on the whole, the pros outweigh the cons for me, and the functionality of this totally transforms this, and I'm fairly certain that I could go about my day-to-day stuff without any other computer, if I'm being honest. Let me know down below, what do you think? Hit that like button if you like this, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I'm really trying to make my channel grow, and your support is greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.